Hey guys, we appreciate you watching our videos. In this one, we've got a little bit different of a video for you. This one's about 25 minutes long. It was Operation Delta. It was a mock deployment run that we created. So we utilized the opportunity to get about a 3-hour run in. Gave us a chance to stretch the legs on some of our equipment, test the generators, get the equipment out, deploy it, kind of get ready for the 2025 hurricane season. This is a little bit different of a video. I think you'll like it. A lot of you guys have been asking for a longer form video, and as always, go down in the comments, leave us a good comment about the video, and because of the comments you made, we made you this video. So as always, like and subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost you anything and it helps us a lot. Hey guys, here we are in Brentwood, Tennessee. We're on Operation Delta. This is a mock deployment where we're going to be able to showcase some of our equipment and gear for our Motorola customers. And in this video, we're going to go through and show you what the customer's going to see. If you've watched our videos in the past, you'll see some upgrades and some things that we've done to improve camp life, to improve our deployments. I think you'll enjoy seeing some of the new upgrades and some of the changes that we made to the system. So we're going to take a second and walk around and show you what we set up. All right, with me I got David Lambert. Kind of tell us a little bit about what's going on.
So normally this is exactly what we bring with us during a hurricane or some kind of disaster. All the equipment you see here and you're going to see in the video, it's what the team uses to support our folks in the field that are supporting our customers. So what we decided to do, it's the first time we've done this. We're having a what they call a MERT, Motorola Emergency Response Team deployment showcase. Our office we have here in Brentwood, Tennessee is right behind us, and we're able to get the parking space here, set everything up just like we're deploying.
I thought it was a great idea, just like David said. In the military, they say that they like to train the way they fight. Well, this is kind of what we did. We did a 3-hour run, got the convoy together, got everybody together. It shows us issues that we have with trucks, equipment. It gives us a chance to actually get everybody together and deploy all of our equipment. So it's been a real good showcase for that, and it's been a good practice run for us.
It seems like every time we do something like this, whether it's a hurricane or even this showcase we're doing, we learn something new. And we improve. So it's an improvement process. We make things better. And we've got great leadership that allows us to do this, and we're here to help.
All right, guys, so we've talked about our mast, how we've made it, how we constructed a custom bracket, how we have the HF antenna, how we have the lighting and all the Avalon video gear. So you can see that being deployed. We have the Starlink and the mast. This would be indicative of how we'd use it. The lights give us a 360, which gives us great situational awareness if we were having to park or set camp up at night. This has been a real asset. Behind me, you'll notice that we've got a 12-ton air conditioning. This has been one of the comments, and we appreciate all the comments. People have put comments down below, and they've asked us about how we do our air conditioning. We have a pass-through box where the canopy goes, and those 2 black ducts are stuck in the return from the other side of the trailer. That's enclosed in the canopy area. The 2 white ducts are the supply ducts, and we've got this 12-ton air conditioner, and it's cooling off the inside of the canopy. It's really hot up here today. We find ourselves with thunderstorms in the afternoon and 95, 97, 8-degree temperatures, but we're still able to achieve 78-degree temperatures inside the canopy. During the hurricanes, typically behind the hurricane, some of the nicest weather you'll ever find as the hurricane moves through, it sort of wipes out all that moisture, and so the humidity goes down, and for the first week or so, you get really nice weather following a hurricane. Here, we're experiencing some of the hottest, but even at 78, 77 degrees, it arrests all the humidity inside the canopy and it makes it really nice. Of course, the refrigerated trailer frame that the original sleeping trailer is built off of has a 5-ton air conditioner, so of course it's 65 degrees in there. It's really nice. This has been a real asset to us, and again, this is one of the questions you guys have asked us, how we do the air conditioning. We actually have another one of these guys, and if we were going to be deployed in an area where we have these near 100-degree temperatures, we'd bring both air conditioners and put 22 to 24 tons of AC on the canopy. But for now, this has been pretty good, even with everybody going in and out. Talking about air conditioning and environmental controls, one of the problems that we had the first 2 or 3 times we deployed the canopy system was the canopy utilizes a zipper for the doors. That really wasn't working well for us. We got a Larson storm door that's full glass, aluminum construction, and we had Paul and the guys at the shop build a frame. You've seen that in some of the other videos, but this is the first time we've deployed it. This has been a real asset to us, and it's made the efficiency of the canopy much better, and also the ease of going in and out. It's been a real game changer adding in that door. So a little different on this deployment. A lot of times you guys know that we'll utilize one of our Cat 100 generators that can do both 480, 277, and 208, 120 at the same time. On this deployment, this is our movie truck that we utilize for production events, like NASCAR or golf or those kind of things where it powers the TV production environment where they run in parallel to back each other up to allow for redundancy. Here we're utilizing them because we can set one at 480 and one at 120, and they're really quiet. They're running right now behind us, and they're currently powering everything you see, including the HVAC or the air conditioning for the Canopy. Okay, with me I got Michael Marquis. He does a lot of things on MRDI. He's got a lot of talents. When he goes out on deployment with us, one thing that you do that I'd like to talk about in this video is our convoy operations and how we move the team.
So one of my tasks is getting the convoy from point A to point B, starting in Somerville and going down to the impacted area. When we leave, we have about 20, 30 vehicles, and on the halfway point, we pick up about 15 to 20 more. And that will make our convoy about 3 miles long. The challenge with that is getting everybody in a seamless transition down to the impacted area without fault.
So one of the things that Marquis does for us is that we have all these guys. So we have tower crews, we have Motorola, we have Parker's guys, and we have the big trucks. And Marquis has a lot of experience from the military doing convoys with like large commercial vehicles. So that was something that we were lacking kind of as a team, because we had just sort of done it by learning how to do it, by doing it in the military. They taught Marquis how to do it, and he did it a lot of times with a lot more vehicles than we typically use. So he's been a real asset. And one of our goals, and Marquis can speak to this, is we want to keep the semi-trucks moving, right?
100%. Slowing down, that costs us time, and eventually time costs us response time. Another thing we got to take into consideration is the public. They're trying to get out when we're trying to get in. You know, we're not the only people responding to these hurricanes. You got different linemen coming out of different states. They're also trying to get in, and that will, end up in a congestion that we don't want to, deal with. So we try to get there in a timely manner without causing any impact to anybody else trying to respond as well. Getting down there in one huge convoy, we got to make stops. We got to make sure that our people are safe. If there's any, issues in our convoy, we got to tend to that.
We all have to stay together. That makes a huge challenge. So Marquis and these guys really help us with that. He coordinates with the local sheriff's departments. He locates with the local state police from the states that we're going to transition to that maybe aren't affected. So it's a big responsibility, and we appreciate what he does. And it's just one aspect of what he does for the team in moving the convoy operations, and we appreciate you doing it. All right, so right here we got Paul Cabin with us. But one of the things that you do on hurricanes is you're one of the drivers of one of our pickup trucks. Yes, so you help with the convoy operations, you help in the field. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I run a pickup truck in the convoy, and we lean on Marquis heavily because he's military experience. He's been doing this with the MERT team for years and years. And so basically, what we do is we help basically manage the convoy as far as keep our pickup trucks separated throughout the convoy depending on where we're at in the journey. We like to keep some pickup trucks near the back when we're all rolling along the interstate, just kind of looking out for everybody. If anybody has a problem, we've got a truck back there. Somebody has to pull over. We want to stay together. We don't want to slow down and lose time, and also we want to be safe. With our big trucks hauling this equipment and all this weight, we don't want to take a chance on somebody trying to just jump out right in front of us, causing a situation. So I basically help manage that.
Paul's also like, if we're on deployment and we need a runner, we need to go get stuff, we bring that forward. If he helps us to clear out brush to get to a site, we're moving equipment around. We have guys that wear lots of hats.
We do. And we get so spread out on these things sometimes. As simple things as refueling generators that have been on site for a couple of days. You've got to have people that can go do those things. And so it sounds simple, but it has to be done.
One of the neat things that we keep talking about is the door and the canopy. Paul built all the aluminum framing, him and Kyle in the shop. It's not really me. We have a great team around us, and Paul's an example of one of those great team members. I really appreciate Larkin's here taking 1 second and working with us. You're in charge of the trailer, you're in charge of keep all the gear warehoused, and then what equipment everybody has. And you're also a really capable technician. Tell us a little bit about what you do and what we do in this trailer.
So mainly on the trailer, we like to keep a lot of inventory as far as cable, 1/2 inch, 7/8 is primarily what we use in the field, what we see damaged the most. We do have some 1 1/4 that we keep on here, 500-foot rolls for all the cable we stock. We keep the connectors for all that, LMR 400, we got GTR kits. So what we like to do when we go out in the field is we like to have a variety of equipment because we don't know who we're going to be helping in the field. We have more stuff back at the warehouse, at Parker's warehouse. So what we don't have, if we can send a runner back to get it, but we try to bring as much as we can to help who we can when we're out in the field because we don't know what type of equipment they're going to be having for the customer side. We also keep the microwave stuff, came in point to point. And the good thing about us coming out for these disasters, we've got smart guys on the team and they use Starlink to help bridge those gaps for us. So everything's here to help you guys in the field get your communications back up and going.
I like to tell people this is a hardware store for a tower site. Jason is put together because of his extensive knowledge. He did this in the military, he does it now for Motorola, and because he's such a capable tech, he knows the gear we need. You have to know what you need before you go, and that's where he really comes in handy, doing a great job doing the inventory. He's a great asset to the team. All right, so right here we got Jeremy Ransom with us. He's doing a demonstration when people walk around. This is the equipment that you have in your personal truck to do service. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
You know, one of the things we're talking to the customers about is MERT, the emergency response team, is really just an extension of what your field service team back home does.
Exactly.
We're not doing anything different when we do a deployment for MERT than we are in our day-to-day job back home. As a matter of fact, all these different tools and things you see, these were all purchased to take care of issues at home first,
Right.
and they've translated over to responding to hurricanes and large-scale disasters, like our cellular link aggregation routers, our Starlink satellite backhaul, which we can pair up with our link aggregation routers, our HF high-frequency man pack, the universal key, right? You got to have one of those. This particular truck is actually set up not only as a response vehicle, but also as a small-scale incident command center. When we're on deployment, we can set up a canopy on the side here. We've got multiple comm systems in here, and it's all paired with the radio system that's up in the front cab of the vehicle as well. Got a lot of capabilities. This truck actually makes internet as well. It's got Starlink and multi-carrier link aggregation. That same stuff you saw over there
Built into this
is
truck.
built into this vehicle.
Oh, wow.
It's got 1,000 miles range with the under midship fuel tank it has, and then it has another 60 gallons in the bed for topping up generators in the field.
You already having this capability, it paired really nicely when you added on to the MERT team. It's really a capable truck and a capable thing. I know you just scratched the surface, but we appreciate you showing everybody what you do.
Thank you for your time today. Appreciate y'all.
All right, so here I am with Nick. Nick is one of the Motorola guys that's kind of brand new on the team. You've been with us about 2 years. Tell us a little bit about what you do on the team and what we're standing in front of.
For this particular deployment, we got the SOW ready. This is a site on wheels, so if we roll up to a deployment and we have a tower or a site or a shelter that's got some physical damage to it, or we can't gain entry into it, we can park this right next to that tower, use its existing backhaul or a Starlink backhaul, and now we've replaced that tower and the customer will be back up on the air. For this deployment, we re-racked some of the cabling, wrapped all this up, cleaned it up. We added grounding to the back, just a little bit of sprucing. Really excited about how this is coming along.
If the customer's tower site, we've been to where they were flooded, the equipment was compromised, we can bring this in, you guys plug up, then we can use the height of the physical tower that maybe didn't get damaged in the storm. Or if the tower and the shelter got damaged in the storm, we could put this on top of a parking deck, on top of a hill, a mountain. You guys could build the terrestrial communication back with Starlink or the PEP wave gear, and then get the customer back on the air, even if everything was destroyed.
The main goal is to minimize downtime as much as possible. So if we have a site that's totally out like that and we can get them on while we're building the existing equipment back up, that's ideal.
All right, right here we've got my oldest son, Seth. And when we go on deployment, one thing that Seth does, he's got his CDL and he's got his hazmat. So tell us a little bit about what you do on the Hurricanes.
I do a little bit of everything, but my main thing is the tanker. So I bring the tanker down and then get everything set up as far as refueling all the guys as they come back, and also all the generators and stuff, making sure all that's fueled up.
So you have gas and diesel, so you can do the pickups, gas pickups, diesel pickups, generators, whatever you need. You have, even when we've been on a hurricane, went to the sites and dropped fuel in the ground tanks for those customers.
So a lot of the cities that we go to help get their infrastructure back up, you know, they have equipment and yards and stuff, and they have their own tanks. So we've actually went and drop fuel in their tanks as you would a gas station.
We have a whole dedicated video just about this tanker trailer and how it works.
The newest thing we've got is we added the electronic dial. That way we can know that the electronic gauge, that way we can know how much fuel we pump, how much gas we pump. That allows us to keep up with how much we've got in each compartment. We're not charging anybody for it, it's just so that we know how much we've got in each tank.
Okay, right here I got with me Luke Parker. He's my youngest son. When we go on hurricanes, he drives this red truck, and he typically pulls a Landau trailer. And in the comments, people have asked us about this Landau trailer, about how we get heavy equipment. This is one of the ways we do it.
Yeah, so the trailer operates off of hydraulics, but it doesn't have an onboard hydraulic system, so the hydraulics run off the truck. If you wanted to, you could order the trailer with power pack to run it, but we have our truck set up with the hydraulic lines. So basically there's a PTO on the truck and you engage the PTO, you can operate the trailer. We actually hide the tank on the truck so you can't see it, but there's a tank under the frame that has the hydraulic oil in it. You can create one long ramp instead of a traditional trailer that's got a dovetail with a fixed ramp. Fixed ramp would be made strictly for equipment, like tracked equipment, but with this application, like a Pet Pro or a generator where you want to back it on with a pickup, it makes it a nice, safe platform to load anything you need, basically just sliding the axles forward and having one big ramp that it turns into. So it gives you the most space on the trailer, it gives you the most real estate because you don't have the fixed ramp taking up part of your length.
Another neat thing that it does is we can use this trailer if we need to get to the dock height. But on the rear tandem group, it'll raise it up and it'll take the deck to a traditional 42, 48, 54 inch deck height, and then we can level the trailer up. And so if we were to have generators shipped in by a traditional carrier and we wouldn't have a way to get them off a flatbed, we could utilize this platform as well to unload and make us a portable dock in the field. In a lot of the videos, people have asked us about how we cook and how Stan does that. And this year we're adding Stan a new canopy to the back of the trailer, and you guys will see videos on that coming up pretty soon. But people have asked how that works. The reason our food in camp works is because we got Stan here. He does a great job. We had hamburgers and hot dogs today. We're gonna have steaks tonight. Whenever we go on deployment, we take care of everything. But behind us, you can see that Stan has a grill. When we're out on a hurricane, you have a deep fryer, a flat top grill, and we're building a new sleeping trailer. You guys, follow along on the sleeping trailer series, but that's gonna have Stan even a kitchen in the back. So we're gonna put him a couple of ovens back there. He's gonna have a proper sink and kitchen area back in the back of that, right off his bedroom. So that's gonna be another nice asset. But right now, this is indicative of the way we've done it for the past few years. We have a 20 by 10 canopy. He usually has one more. He'll set up all of his stuff outside adjacent to the sleeping trailer, and Stan cooks, and he works between here and the kitchen in the original sleeping trailer. He has refrigeration in the two sleeping trailers, and then of course in the equipment trailer. Stan's a great asset to us. You know what everybody always comments on is your chips. So tell us how you make those.
It's sort of a homemade thing, but we bought it at Yellow Daisy Festival. When I seen it, I know I had to have one because I wanted to do something with it. Whoever come up with this put some thought into it.
Yeah.
And it's been good to us. And everybody loves them chips on the Hurricane.
What do you do, fry them?
Yeah, and that kettle right there, and it's just hard to go away from it. When somebody likes something, you just keep doing it.
One of the things Lambert said, he goes, is Stan gonna make him chips?
Oh yeah, if they want them. It has been a good asset to us, but we're gonna upgrade it and get one that runs with a drill.
So right here I got Stuart with me. And one of the new things that we've added this year.
This is a TOC, Tactical Operations Center.
Can you go over a little bit about what you've got in here for us, Stuart?
So that's our HF radio right down there, the kit for it. So it allows us to talk amongst ourselves, like probably within about 300 miles or something like that, and all of our vehicles and portable units that we have, the backpack units.
That's the antenna that's on the mast. That's, as we showed the video, the top of the mast, that's that antenna. And then what's on this screen?
This screen here, this is our Command Central Aware. I think it's an N70 or a Next device that would generally show up here. And then over on the left screen, we have our Cirrus Central, and that shows the status of our sites for the state of Tennessee's P25 system.
So if we were deployed on a hurricane, though, kind of representative of this would be your ATAC, right?
Correct.
And ATAC is our situational awareness tool Stuart's put together that shows the location of all the assets. Trucks, people, those kind of things, and we do it both as a cellular and satellite. Stuart has a visual map here in camp, no matter where we're deployed, that shows where all of our assets are.
We got the radio console right here. We have our own miniature core in here, Astro Core. It consists of mainly a zone controller, and we are actually separated right now from our core. This trailer is acting essentially by itself, instead of being connected back to the core like it would normally be. And what that allows us to do with this, what's called a T-sub or a trunking subsystem, that allows us to take that console and the SAL, we can basically have that computer talk over IP and come out on RF over on the SAL.
Well, Stuart, we appreciate you going on the hurricanes with us. So right here I got with me Josh Sherlock. And so what he's done for us is he's upgraded our network in the camp. So previously we had to run a bunch of cables between all the different trailers. And I'm gonna let Josh tell you what he's done. He's got some great upgrades using some wireless stuff, some mesh stuff. Kind of go over what you've done and what the improvements you've made for us on this year.
This year we were running into issues with the fiber. It was just kind of a pain. We wanted to be able to roll into the site, be up online as quick as possible. So what we did is we went in and we added mesh access points to each of the trailers, 2 of them on either side. It's actually kind of cool. As we're rolling down the road, we're getting updates from the network controller telling us, oh wait, looks like that trailer got too far. It went out of mesh range, so it drops off and then it comes back in and it'll notify us. But that actually has been great because we pulled in here, we didn't have to mess with the network at all. It just went and we're up and running. So we also upgraded not just our network, but also the layout. As you see, we have a bunch of routers down here and switches. We added what in Motorola world is called a T-sub, and that allows us to hang a dispatch site off of this rack. So there's a dispatch site and an RF site in here. That little console that's out there?
Right.
Talks on that bad boy. We've also gone through and did quite a few upgrades. We added some more switches. We actually upgraded the switches, upgraded some of the APs. We actually added Vigilon cameras. So as Motorola, we own a Vigilon. We have cameras outside this trailer. We also have cameras in the inventory trailer. We had one already. We also have on the mast, those cameras, they actually tie to that NVR. And so we're able to see those cameras on our phone, and we're also able to see them on any computer, anything like that. So it gives us good situational awareness around the camp.
That's really nice. We showed them, that's the mast guys that's on the front of original Sleeping Trailer 1.
Yeah, and what's actually really cool about that, on our way here for this event, Stuart was watching the stream of the cameras as the trucks are rolling down the road.
Because that's Starlink, right? We have Starlink in motion on this trailer.
We have the Starlink, as he said, and we also have cellular as well. We do Wi-Fi as WAN to get connectivity to the trailer so we can get in here and remotely manage all this. We've been working hard. Really appreciate all the guys. It was a team effort. None of us can claim that we were the ones that did it. It was a massive team effort.
It's really nice. I was glad that we had the opportunity to kind of mock deploy. So it's allowed us to get proof of concept on a lot of things we've done, whether it's HVAC, the Canopy, this gear, test it out. I think this is the first test for the mesh, and it's worked great.
It is the first test for the mesh, the first actual road test and deployment. We were worried that, are the APs going to fly off the side of the trailer? Do we make sure we got them mounted properly? So they held up great going.
So right here I got with me my buddy Jay Nix. He's up here on Operation Delta. Jay Nix is the reason that I'm out here doing logistics with Motorola. When Katrina came, I picked up the phone. I said, "Are you watching this on television?" Jay said, "Watching it. I'm down here in the middle of it." And I said, "Buddy, what do you need?" And I brought him 47 generators. So since then, this is kind of Jay's brainchild. This is his idea. Him and another guy kind of started this process, and then we jumped in there, and me and Jay's been on every hurricane that hit America since.
Well, I appreciate that, Dave, and thanks for giving me all that notoriety, but actually it was a lot of brainchilds, right?
Yeah.
Don Beebe,
Yeah.
David Lambert, David Parker, and about everybody else we came in contact with. So everybody's been a big part of this, and the reason it's actually worked as well as it has for so long.
Well, in the beginning, it's undeniable that you were the glue, and I appreciate, it is a team and everybody working together as a team, and that mentality is what made us also successful. But Jay was the ramrod, the catalyst. He was the guy that helped kind of get all this started, and he was up here giving us some support. He's actually working on a project in Tennessee now. He's got projects all over the Southeast. He's a very busy person, and he's heading out. And I just appreciate you taking 5 minutes and coming over here and saying hi to us on our.
And I appreciate you having me.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure to deal with you, Mr. Parker.
You too, Nix. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. This has been a great deployment. It's been a great exercise. It's been a great practice to get us an opportunity to get our team out, to do a little short 3-hour run, to do the deployment, to kind of do proof of concept on some of the upgrades we've made. We appreciate you following along. As always, we'd love for you to like and subscribe. Hurricane season is just around the corner. If you like these videos, we really appreciate you watching. We'd love a comment. If you know anybody that's in the area or that could be affected by a hurricane, we'd encourage you to share this video with them, because as we go and deploy, and we can give you really great access into the storm, into what we're doing and restoring. So again, we appreciate you following along. Put us a comment down in the bottom. That really helps us. And like I always say, it doesn't cost you anything and it helps us a lot.